What's up, y'all? It's Big Red. Hoping my fellow ball drillers out there thriving and surviving in the wasteland. Man, look at that view. What a beautiful Appalachia that we get to live in, where we can thrive and survive and come together and fight the forces of the apocalypse. Anyway, we'll continue the series over best boss killing weapons in Fallout 76 in 2024 over the plasma caster. We did a non-power armor guide and solo runs. Now we're going to do power armor. I'm going to encourage you that this game, these builds are good. These power armor builds are really kind of in-game builds, because it takes a lot. It takes a lot of perk points, takes a lot of resources. I just want to encourage you that you don't get there overnight. It takes time. You know, level 5, 700, just to open up and you be able to be creative and have enough perk points to put where you need. And until then, man, you just got to make it. You got to thrive to survive. You know, it might not be easy. You might sacrifice this or that, but eventually you'll get there, man. You just gotta have a little patience. With that being said, let's go over to our special machine. You know, to have a vats power armor build, have a vats crit every other shot, you gotta be 33. Unless you have a gun that has 15% vats critical charge like I have right here. If you have that, then you only gotta be at 24. But if you notice, my luck is at 23. Oh, that's because this ran out. The camp item ran out, so it should be 25. How did I get 25? Well, you got 2 from the camp item, and then you come to your mutations, and you got 2 for herd mentality. So now that's 4. Where's the other 6 coming from? Why food buffs are important. All this game is layer on layer. Everything layers together and adds together, and yeah, you can get away without something, but when you add it all together, it just makes the game so much better, and it makes your build so much better. Venison with berries plus 6 luck. Now we got 10. Now we got 25. Now we got plenty. You can also have luck on your armor pieces, luck on your gun, but that's a way that you can farm those citizen berries from Yasmin. Hey, what's up, Yasmin? From Grandma, she gone over there. And from White Springs, you know, you can farm that. You don't even have to make it. And then you got the camp buff. You have that before you go into a boss fight. Plus your herd mentality to be on team. Even if you're solo, you're still getting +2. So it's easy to get to that. If I was at that, and if I wasn't at that, this is how it'd be. You'd have to take Nuka-Cola Dark. This is how the build would have to be. Before your application legendary perks, you'd have to be a 10 in strength, a 3 in perception, a 10 in endurance, 5 in charisma, 8 in intelligence, 10 in agility, and 10 in luck. Then with your perks, you have 15 in strength, you have a 3 in blocker. Even in power armor, this will make you super tanky. You can sit there and take hit after hit. Earl can stomp on you and you just laugh at him. Lock and load at 3, essential. These 3 at 2 is not more. These being at 3 are not more essential than this being at 3. So you sacrifice 1 out of these to make this 3, and now you go from loading at a Pinto, loading like a Ferrari. Not your sustained DPS is way higher. Easy choice to make. Travel pharmacy out of 3. All the stem packs you're gonna have to carry so you can stay alive and thrive. Perception out of 3. It'll be okay. Like I showed you in the non-power armor build. We're gonna get that up at least in the 20s. Concentrated fire at 3. Got endurance at a 15. Lead belly at a 3, so we can spam that coffee and stay in vats. Take that boss down quick as possible. Fireproof out of 3 for survivability. Chem fiend out of 3, because you know we gotta have our chems. Life giver out of 4. We have plus 45 health. This is gonna make us super healthy in a power armor build. And cola nut out of 2. What I would do would be, because if I was gonna pop Revenant, it's really easy to do. All you gotta do is put your couple perks around You just can't be afraid to switch a couple perks around. Run that before you do your down yourself. After you down yourself, switch it back like I had it. You have charisma at a 10, party boy at a 3. With special water speed blend, it's going to give us plus 12 and solo, 15 on a team. It's going to get our perception up in the 20s. It's going to be a central card you got to have in your build early on. You got to make room for it. You got to. Build surgeon at 2. I had 2 points. I had to do something with it, so why not just be more tanky and stay alive? Tenderizer for more damage. Happy-go-lucky. Who don't want to be happy-go-lucky? You combine that with Cola Nut, and these two interact with New Cola Dark to give you like an extra 25 luck to whatever luck you got. Your luck will be out the roof. I got more than enough for a crit every other shot, no matter where your luck's at. Somebody sharing bodyguards, how sweet. Intelligence at 13, and Nerd Rage. Power Armor is way easier to stay in Nerd Rage than it is fighting the boss solo than running non-Power Armor. Get extra resist, extra AP regen, extra damage. Stabilize at 3. This is right, you run Power Armor because this card right here is very powerful. But 45% armor penetration plus better accuracy. You can see the difference when you use this card. I will admit that it is a very powerful card. Even though I don't like Power Armor, this card is very powerful, and it's why you run it. 3 for batteries including, so we'll be stacking up ammo as we're stacking up bodies. 3 for power user, because the fusion cores are going to burn through quick. Every time you use the vats in Power Armor, you drain your fusion core. So you've got to have this card, at least at a 2 or a 3. This is, like I said, an in-game build. It does get costly running this all the time. I don't even run this all the time. I mean, it's not hard to maintain it, but it is kind of costly. First aid out of 1 combined with the Build Surgeon, man, it'll be hard to die. It's like playing easy mode. Agility out of 15, Action Boy. This is very essential because you're not going to have any unyielding armor, or you're going to have to depend on something to give you action point regeneration, so your AP won't be as high. So it's very crucial to have this. Through Hiker, you want to have food buffs to try to get your AP as high as you can. So this is very essential to keep those food buffs, carry weight of them. Born Survivor out of 1 for survivability, Gung Fu at a 3, and Adrenaline out of 5. This is for max damage. You've noticed there ain't no dodgy because Power Armor has a built-in mechanism of mitigation of 50% mitigation of incoming damage. So you really don't need dodgy. You already have a built-in defense mitigation going for you whenever you run Power Armor. Luck is at a 15. You got better criticals at a 3. This is a critical build. This is starts genes at a 2 to keep those mutations. Critical savvy, so we get a crit every other shot. Good with salt because we have a lot of food buffs. Grim Reaper sprint at a 2 and Bloody Mess at a 2. I split those 2 up. Now, for someone who's not has been playing long enough and doesn't have the resources, I am going to encourage you. I don't think I did this on the last build. Run Class Creek. I have farmed enough plugs over the years that I have a stockpile. I have bought all the serums, have the recipes, so I can craft as many as I want with Super Duper. I can take serums every time I play. And if I'm doing a lot of solo runs, testing weapons, I might be doing that. I mean, I don't run Class Creek that much anymore. I do recommend it for someone who's below, especially like 700, and you don't have all the mutations bought, and you don't have enough flux. I recommend Herbivore be your first one if you're running a VATS build. That way you get some benefit of carry weight, and then I would work on like maybe like Skilly Skins for your AP. But anyway, that's for another topic, another story. But run Class Freak for if you're lower levels and you ain't got to the point where you have a wealth of resources to burn and waste. All right. Well, with that being said, my armor that we'll be using It's going to be a T60. Been traded and bought through the years. I crafted one. It's going to be +5. Action point regen. Weapon weight reduced. Took a long time to get there, but I got it. You will too. You don't have to have that style of power armor. You can go with regular power armor without AP regen. It just does make it a little bit easier and a little bit more efficient. Your armor does add to your build in this game. Your build is the base, the backbone, the core, and then everything else just adds on to it and makes it meatier, chunkier, better. Like I said, it's layer on layer. All right, that said, I'll meet y'all in the mine, and we're gonna see what this plasma caster build can do in power armor against Earl. What's up, y'all? Big Red coming out with another episode of Earl's Curls. Let's continue the series of the best boss killing weapons with the plasma caster. Question is, the power armor or not the power armor? That's the question. Which one is better? Going solo against the boss, having power armor with stabilize, or having more AP with the unyielding? Gonna be the same gun. Going up against him a quad weapon speed. We're going to utilize a little bit of Revenant. Let me get my emergency protocols on. We have a full our weapon again. We were going on the same one. AP cost of 29. It is kind of high, and you don't have as much AP. I've done this run already. I'm doing it again because I don't think I spent enough coffee, so I'm getting out of vats. My time was like 2:45. With non-power armor was like 1:45, but I stayed in vats the whole time and I spammed my coffee. So I'm gonna try to spam more coffee to keep this thing in vats to give it a fair comparison before I come up with my judgment. All right, get her pop a rad shield. That radiation will creep up on you, leaves his slime juice everywhere. Make sure that a scout's banner. Let's go ahead and pop another scout's banner. All right, here's our buffs going right here as usual. I got serums canceling negative effects. We got some camp bonuses with agility for our AP. So AP's at 360. We're already at a disadvantage with power armor, but unyielding we had like 480. And we got some bobblehead big guns going on for extra 20%. We got Tesla Science 9 for extra 100% critical damage. With heavy guns, a little perception boost, a little luck boost. We got our company T for our AP regen. The Ensu flower T for a max AP of 40. If you don't got that, can't craft it. Get it from, you can farm it from Yasmin Grandma, but you can get it from potato juice. Pretty easy to come up with. Steep melon blossom child plus 4 agility, that helps our AP. You can also use some up fruit juice, get a +2. Sweetwater special blend, giving us a +12 our perception. That's a very crucial one. It gives us up in the 20s, even though we have 3 on the card. Those are the most important ones. The sweet potato stew, get a little health regen, salt bean puree, a little damage resist. Cave fungus soup gets a little poison resist, and I got the mega mushroom soup. I had that, so I used it for critical damage because everybody probably thinks all I use is a sweet mud fruit. We do got Revenant going there. We do the perk cards. We're already going over it in the build prelude before the fight, but just to give you a little look at it. The real little relook at it. And we got all 6 specials. As soon as Revenant is activated, let's go ahead and get out of our power armor. I'll put on lead belly. And put my chem pin at 3. Go ahead, take some health off. Let's hope last 2 times in a row, Scout's banner hadn't worked. All right. I'm going to have soup. We're going to have to use a cranberry meatball grinder, which will give us more to our max health. So that's what we'll go with. All right. Oh, it worked. Let's make sure we get a nerve rage before we put back on lead belly. All right, we're in nerd rage. Take off Revenant. Put on Lead Belly. And what are we missing? Radical Code. Oh, we're good. Okay. And our power armor. Let's make sure we got our blow fly. I need some of your juice, Mr. Wendigo. Oh yeah, damage looks good. Give me some of that juice. I'm an adrenaline junkie. Switch back to our boat fly. I need some of your juice, sir. Pardon me, do you have any juice to spare? Oh, yes you do. Where you at, bro? I got a date with Earl. He can't be holding me up. There we go. Reload the gun. Make sure our coffee is in a good spot. All right. Go. Duke of Courage. Duke of Color Dark. Overdrive. Coffee. Hopefully that's enough. There is an advantage of power armor, survivability. It is a lot easier surviving in power armor, especially with emergency protocols. And you have stabilized, so you're getting extra armor penetration that you wouldn't get when you're running non-power armor with the squad. Spam some more coffee. I'm doing pretty good. The 1275 when you're running the non-power armor, it's about 1,000. Get off me. So it is getting more damage than the non-power armor. Y'all stop hitting me. Me and Earl are dancing. Earl, be a good boy. Show him our dance moves, Earl. Show him we're trying out for Dancing with the Stars. Dance with me, Earl. Y'all get off me. Come on, dance with me, Earl. We're gonna dance. Hey, y'all chill out. We're gonna dance. I'll get y'all's turn. I promise you. Right now, me and Earl are dancing. Gotta stay away from those ambers. Come on, Earl, dance with me. Show them. Just show them, Earl. Not bad. I'll have to go back and look at it. I don't know if it beats the non-power armor. Having that AP and being able to stay in vats makes a big difference. When with the unyielding, you're at 480, so I don't have to spam maybe 8 or 10 coffee, and I can almost about empty the whole clip. The power I'm only at 360, so I have to spam a lot more. That's the disadvantage that you have. Even though you have a little bit more damage, 1275 versus I think it's like 1050 with the non-power armor. And it's easier to stay in nerd rage and survive with the emergency protocols. You still tanky as all get out. You see, taking plenty of hit. I'll have to do the analysis and see which one before I give you my final answer. But I do see the advantages of rocking it with power armor. Definitely the advantages of rocking it without power armor. That's really usually the way I like to play. And this is my first time actually utilizing it like this. I gotta find where Earl's at. Come on, Earl. Well, I hope y'all got something out of this. I'll come back with the results and clip back in, and we'll see which one is better, power armor or not power armor. But regardless, there he is. You can see that the plasma caster is definitely a top boss killer in 2024. All right, we got a comparison for I'm gonna have the bottom, you're gonna have the power armor. I did my best to line them up, and then at the top you're gonna have the non-power armor. They start off pretty even, but you can see where I had to stop and get a little bit more coffee on the power armor, and with the non-power armor it had a higher AP pool already, so it didn't take as much coffee, and so it was able to stay in vats longer. That's why how it got ahead. And then you can definitely see, leave it to Bethesda for server lags. Definitely some inconsistencies there. How far behind Stabilized got with the power armor. But the power armor build, I mean, it's kind of a toss-up. You can kind of say kind of potato, because with the non-power armor build, you don't have the survivability that you have in the power armor. The power armor, you got stabilized, first of all, give you a little extra armor penetration and plus better accuracy, and you're able to stay in nerd range longer. And with emergency protocols, staying at 20% health is not hard. You can sit there and take a beating, man. I mean, you can go toe to toe. I mean, you can see it right there. But it's also a little more complex using it as far as spamming the coffee and trying to get enough coffee to stay in vats, because your AP pool is low. And that's with me having serums canceled. Now, if you don't have that, and maybe just have class 3, your APs will be even a little bit lower. And if you don't got good buffs, especially if you're a newer player and you have to use more of a poor man's buffs, and you're definitely going to be struggling with AP. You have to spam a lot of coffee, but you're going to be able to survive longer. It might take you a little longer to kill him. With the non-power armor one, you're going to stay in vats longer. Yes, you're a little more vulnerable, but if you're killing him quickly, then you won't get hurt. So it's kind of, it's in a yin and yang to the coin. It's really not a right question to power armor or not to power armor. It really depends on your play style, what you like. Either one of them will kill the boss efficiently and show that the plasma caster is a top killing boss weapon in 2024. So it's your wasteland. We're just living in it. However you choose to do it. Let me know in the comments. How do you rock your plasma caster? Power armor, not power armor? Has this changed your mind? Maybe you want to try power armor now, or maybe you want to try non-power armor. Because I mainly rocked non-power armor. I didn't really try to solo the boss with power armor until I made this video. And I have to admit, it was pretty fun with the power armor, and it's definitely a little bit easier. And just little different challenges to it, and that's I'm always looking for little different challenges in this game. The more you play it, the longer you play it, the easier it gets. So you're always looking to challenge yourself. And so let me know, if you're going to try a different style or what style you like. And my recommendations for this gun is quad, weapon speed, a daily driver. You go with any of them. Anti-armor, bloody, 50% critical damage, less AP cost. I do have a couple more videos coming out. I'll link them at the end of this video. Hope y'all take care out there. Thrive and survive in the wasteland. It's Big Red. I'll see you in the next one.